everyone, FARMSIMGUY here, hope you're all doing well. We are just moving the last of our equipment out of home farm. We've got everything else back and it's just left for us to shift the TW back down to the yard, and you'll see when we get there actually how much kit we've acquired over the last little while, to the point at which we need to do a little bit of I think housekeeping. We need to we've got a couple of duplicate pieces of equipment. We've got tractors we don't really use anymore that we could probably sell on for a bit of a profit. And actually, as you can see here, we're out of shed space. We've got stuff littering the fields as is, so kind of feels like that new bit of space, the new buildings that we looked at the end of the last episode, seems like the right thing to do, and to all intents and purposes that's what you lot think as well. I mean, I would say the majority of you think it's not a bad idea to buy the new place. I think a lot of you have also said, well, keep a hold of this place too, because this is good. So I think that's what we're going to do, and I think we'll maybe use a little bit of the money that we get from selling a few bits of this equipment, and we'll get it sorted. But look at this, look, we've got no more. Now we could tidy up that garage a little bit and get a bit more stuff in there, but really we're full. So here's what I think we're gonna do. Let me pop the TW somewhere relatively sensible. In fact, I'll pop it next to the case here, because yeah, if you can see over there just behind the cane trailer next to the plough and the fertilizer spreader, we have a windrower, but we have that nice new Swadro there as well. So I think the class windrower is going to be the first piece of equipment that we sell. Then, what else are we going to get rid of? I kind of have a sentimental attachment to the Renault, so I'm not going to get rid of that, even though we don't really use it anymore. The Valtra's brand new, and we are loving that. The case has kind of been superseded by the Valtra, by the JCB, and by the Massey, so I think the case could be prime for getting rid of as well. There's probably some decent value in that as well, so we need to be mindful of that. And again, the TW, I don't think we'll ever sell the TW. Again, too much history and too much nostalgia attached to that. The other thing, this fertilizer spreader, the Bredel fertilizer spreader, I don't like. It's very, very heavy. We do have some fertilizing contracts, but we may shop around for something a bit better than that. The plough as well, while we bought it at the time, that was predominantly for work at home farm, but we know this deep ripper doesn't work for ploughing contracts, so it's kind of useless as well, so we could get rid of that. The trailer we're going to keep. It's slightly smaller than we would like, and again, these forage contracts that have come up recently have kind of changed the game a little bit, but I'm going to keep a hold of that just for a little while. But I'll show you what my plans are for that. I think we might have a cost-effective way of running those forage contracts without having to hire equipment. But yes, this has done a serious amount of work over the previous 25 episodes, so I think we're going to say a goodbye to this one. It's a bit dirty, it needs a clean, it needs a little bit of a repair, so we'll get all of that sorted and we'll get that sold. So, what we're saying is, we think the plough, the fertilizer spreader, that windrower, and the case will go. That could earn us quite a pretty penny. So, what we'll do, we'll get them all repaired, and we'll phone the dealership, who'll come and just pick them up and swap. We've already had a chat with them actually about what the value of these is, so we'll just do that deal and we'll get rid of them. So there we go, we've agreed £17,000 for this, not bad. We've repaired it, and we're not going to repaint it, that's quite expensive, but we've repaired it, so that is a nice little, and we'll take that. Next up is the Agrisem plough. 9,000, just over £9,000 for that. Pretty happy with that. Not many hours on it, an hour and a half. So we're going to sell that again. I'm not going to repaint it. Somebody else can do that. But another 9,000 there. Happy days. Next up, the fertilizer spreader. 24,000 for this one. I mean, we've barely used this. So again, we'll take that. 24,000 for that. Crikey, we're making some good money here. And last, but by no means least, the case. Now, I really like this tractor, and it was perfect when we got it. It was a massive upgrade. But we very quickly superseded that with our investment of cash from the bank. So let's see what we can get for this. So 7 months old. It does need a little bit of repair. We are going to repair it. There we go. 106,351. This will make a brilliant tractor for somebody else. Some good hours on that as well since we've bought it. But that is good to go now. We will sell that. And we are quids in here. Fantastic. This puts us in a phenomenal position. Look at that. Nearly £300,000 there in the bank. And the new area is just 74,000. So I think that means we can get on the phone. Oh, actually, there was one more thing. Let's move the cone out of the way if we can. This was a disaster of a trial or a test. I did not like this mower at all. So we are going to say a very, very goodbye to this quite quickly. 45,000. Doesn't need repairing yet, but yeah, that just didn't work as a little project, that LO mower. So we're going to stick back to our front and rear mowers that we had before there. So there you go, another 45,000. Then that brings us up to, let's bring my HUD up so we can see what we've got. 45,500 for the mower there. 335,000 in the bank. That's fantastic. I am delighted at that. So, with all of that done, we've got a bit more space in our sheds. Two, our two classics we'll keep in the sheds there. They both need a bit of a clean, so they've been sitting up at home farm for quite a while, so we'll put those two away as well. Then, I think what we'll do, before we phone the estate agent, buy the new land, we're going to cut this grass. Because I've got a plan for our good friend, you know who. So there we go, our two classics back in the shed, all washed and clean and polished, looking good. Now, I'd completely forgotten, but the old fast track's in here too. And this was, again, another poor investment. I think we really, fell in love with the idea of this fast track, but actually the turning circle, a bit low on power, just... Yeah, we've upgraded to the 4000, which is a phenomenal beast, but this, didn't really love it. So, again, let's get rid of this as well. I forgot about this, and I want to see if we can make some good money on this one. I'm not sure what we'll get for this. There we go. 56,000. Not bad at all. There's a £2 repair on it. But let's sell that. Another 56,000. Crikey, it just shows how much stuff we had lying around, right? Jeez. Okay. Everything else I think we're good with at the moment. Nearly 400,000 in the bank now. That is insane. Insane. Right. Now we've done all that, let's get this grass mowed. And then we're going to phone the estate agents and buy our new bit of land. How exciting. I'll just grab the front mower there. And we're all good to go. Let's get this out of the shed. And get this land cut. Shouldn't take too long at all with this mower. So let's get everything unfolded. We're going to get this chopped up. We're going to get it turned with the tedder quite quickly. And then we're going to deliver some bales back to Charles. We want to have no ongoing hassles with Charles, but equally we want him to know that we're not the thief that he thinks we are. So let's push on and let's get this done. Right, there we go. That is the field done. That was a bit haphazard, it's fair to say. I totally buy that. But we got the job done. There's a few bits that I missed and had to go back for, but we'll get this put away now, and we will grab the tedder. We'll very quickly get that done, and then we'll leave it for a bit to dry, I think, because we've got a couple of things to go and pick up from the dealership. I hadn't mentioned this already, but like I said earlier, I've got a bit of a plan for how we can handle forage contracts a little bit better and without having to lease equipment, but I'm not buying a forage harvester, so to speak. So let's get this done, and then we'll head down to the dealership. Let's just move the JCB here, which was in the way of the tedder, but of course now we've got more garage space, I can pop it back in here. There we go. But that'll come in handy in a little while as well. Right, let's get tedding, and then I can fill you in on the exciting news. There we go, last little corner, just getting finished, and like I said, we'll leave this for a while, and we're going to head straight to the dealership. They phoned us earlier and they said that actually the repairs have been done on the bale trailer. Our old bale trailer is all done and dusted. Now I was going to get rid of it, but actually I'm going to keep it. We've got a couple of trailers now, so that is good. And the equipment that we'd requested is here, so we're going to go and have a look at that. And well, when I say look at it, we're just going to go and pick it up and buy it. To be honest, I think we know what we want, so looking forward to that as well. Right, that's us on our way to the dealership, and you'll see we've got a very heavy weight on the back of the tractor here. But all will become clear when we get to the shop. You'll also see that money has dropped quite considerably as well. 243,000 down from nearly 400,000. So we've made a bit of an investment that I genuinely didn't think we could afford. But after selling some of that unused machinery, everything's changed. So we will see you at the dealership. Right, here we are. Now we've been told it's all around in the backyard, so we'll head straight through there, pick up the trailer and our new goodies, and you'll see why we've got this big weight on the back. There's the trailer ready to collect, but here is our new investment. A fraction of the cost of a full forage harvester, but we can run this Kemper header, not as wide as the one we were using on that New Holland in the last episode, but still very handy to have, with the Lakertech forage harvester on the back of it. Now, the only reason we've got the bigger weight on the back is this weighs a ton and it will tip the tractor up. But actually when we're running it in the field, we're going to do the reverse drive on the Valtra, so the weight of the engine sitting over the back, and we can do it like that. So for now though, we're just going to load things up and get them organised so that we can get it back to the yard, because we would need to pick up our silage trailer as well and another tractor. There you can see, even then with the 2.5 tons on the back, that's bouncing a little bit. Now I'm not sure if we can sneak that drawbar of this trailer underneath that weight as well. If we can, that's a total result. And it looks like we might be able to. Oh no, it's actually going on the top mount. Okay. We can maybe live with that. Just to get it home. Right, here we are back at the ranch. I am going to very quickly drop this trailer off. In fact, it will sit perfectly there, I think, for us to load bales onto it almost straight away. So we will do that. There we go. We will move this around here, because I think there's a couple of contracts going that we could pick up one just now. So let's just have a look at what's going on. Okay, when I said there might be a few, there is loads sitting here, which is fantastic. Now, I've just got to decide which one. I want to do a test, so I don't want it to be too big a field. So maybe field 101 there, field 82. Let's just have a look at those. 101 and 82 look interesting. So there's 101, that little strip field up there, that's interesting. And 82 in the corner there, they're tiny actually. We can go something a bit bigger than that. There we go. What about field 75? Oh, perfect. Look at it. It's right next to the yard. Literally the next field up the hill. Let's grab that one then. That looks like a perfect test case for us. Field 75. Take the forage to Long Meadow Bales. Okay, not too far away. Use your own equipment or lease equipment for a reward reduced by 282. I am going to use my own equipment. Let's accept the contract and give it a go. So here it is right next to us here. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to get in the field here. I'm going to swap this over, rotate the cab, put the weight on the front and put the machine on the back. And then I'll go and get a second tractor with a trailer to haul the forage. But there we go. Samuel Ortega's barley. 6 out of 6 for forage. It's ready to go. Might be a bit narrow down these edges, but we'll give it a go. Hopefully there's enough of a throw on that pipe to be able to get it into a trailer. Right, let's get things sorted. The classic tight gates of Court Farms will not beat us. You just go in a little bit cleverly. There we go. Right, let's find a bit of a space and get things set up. Right, there we go. We've dropped both pieces of equipment off. Let's change driving direction. I do like this. I know a couple of you put in the comments that they thought it was a bit weird, but hey, it's a real thing. So I think we probably need to grab the weight first. I have phoned Willie. He's going to come down and drive this for us. I haven't told him yet it's not a forage harvester. Just told him that there's some forage work to do. So this should now connect to here. Like so. And hopefully we can get started. Yeah, let's just unfold this and give it a go. I'm intrigued to see how this works, to be honest. So, raise and lower, unfold, as per normal. Right, we've grabbed the Massey with the silage trailer. I love the fact that this field is literally next door. So helpful. Okay, we have a little bit of a challenge on our hands. We do need to be pretty close for it to pick up the trailer to dispense the chaff into it, but I think we give it a go and see how we get on. It's literally the first headland is only going to be the issue. After that we should be fine. I'm going to go and shut the gate though. Again, just for that first headland so we can get the trailer past, and then after that we should be alright. Right, Willie's here. He's teed up, ready to go. You can hear that engine running at full chat. Let's try get up alongside him and see how we get on. And we are working perfectly here. This is going to be so tight on the corners. But we'll give it a go. We'll see what we can do. We've gone for rounded corners there. just to make sure that we get this first headland is really our only challenge. After that, I think we'll be plain sailing. In fact, once it gets started, you can stay quite far behind. Looks like we are missing a little bit of the crop there. But this is going alright. This is going alright. That smaller header and the smaller trailer not really causing us too many hassles at the moment. Like I said, the moment we get round this headland once, we'll be it'll be plain sailing after that. And of course I've forgotten where Longmeadow Bales is, but we'll worry about that in a minute. But right, let's get our heads down and get on with it.
We're driving cars on a Mars tonight. We're blasting off to the stars tonight. We wanna go, go. We wanna go, driving cars on a Mars tonight. We're blasting off to the stars tonight. We wanna go, go. We wanna go, go.
Right, there we go. 73% transported for field 75. We are not far off. I don't think there's another full trailer load in the field. It's gone phenomenally well. I am so pleased with that setup. A little bit on the slow side, 4 miles an hour, but the fields aren't huge, and really we've been going at that for not too long at all, so very pleased with the results. And like I said, you know, you'd be shelling out $750,000 for a decent forage harvester. I think we paid about 120,000, 130,000, so not bad at all. Right, let's get this last trailer load done, and we'll get this little contract put to bed. Like I said, it has gone so well, so we'll just run up along here, get cruise on. Yeah, 4 miles an hour, not the best. I think we could probably go a little bit quicker than that, although I haven't checked what the it could be the cruise controls set in the Valtra slow, so it could be that we move a bit faster than this, but we'll go with it for now. We'll get these last few passes finished, but definitely not a full trailer load here, so we'll get this done pretty quickly. I noticed there's a bit of rain coming as well, so I do want to jump back next door, and also the light's going to start going soon. But I do want to go back next door and get some of those bales done and sorted, so we can make sure Charles gets them before the end of the day. I did just jump into the Valtra there and check that cruise control wasn't set to a low speed, and it wasn't, so it does look like from a power perspective we are where we are with this Valtra. Maybe we can do an engine upgrade or something. Shame, really. The actual Massey's got the most horsepower. That would have laughed at it. I think we're right on the limit of horsepower for it, but it's running well in this field, really. 4 miles an hour. I mean, what's the max it would run anyway? 6, 7? So, we're doing alright. Right. We will see you when this field is finished. There you go. Contractor field 75 is 80% complete, so we'll get this done and dusted in no time. Right, here we go. Last couple of passes. Typically, we're going to have a tiny little bit left over. I think this will complete the contract, but we're going to have to come back and pick up this last little bit of chaff, which is fine. We'll do that. But this, there we go. We have a full trailer, so we'll run this down to the sell point, get rid, and be back for this tiny little last row and a half. Right, here we are. This should complete the contract, I think. 90% done, so we'll get this tipped. Quite a slow tip on this trailer, but when it goes, it goes. So there we go. Let the back door open, let it start tipping, and hopefully that is us done. There we go, last 10% and contract on field. 75 has finished, and we have £104 of harvest income as well. So we'll go and get that last row and a half, and we may not run it down to the sell point straight away. We might just park this up in the yard because I do want to get that baling done. So let's go and grab that, and we'll see you back in the field. Right, here we are. Honestly, I could have sworn when I pulled into the field before that last load that we wouldn't have got a full load into this trailer, but there you go. But really it is just this one. Finish this pass and the next one, and then we're done. And there we go. Alright, there's a little bit in the corner there, but 20% of the trailer there. Sorted. Fantastic. Right, I'll get Willie to drop that back at the field. We'll run this back to the yard just there. We'll get straight into the baling. Right, very quickly, let's get this windrower hooked up, and let's get this into some nice rows, shall we? Right, this last tiny little corner here, and I think that is us done. Very nice. Right. Now, we've got the whole field to do here, but now, ideally I wouldn't have done this whole field as hay, because of course it's not very lucrative. It would have been better wrapped as silage, but like I said, I'm only going to need, just for my first initial thing, is a few bales to take up to Charles's to repay our debt. So what we're going to do now, grab the square baler, because although we took 8 round bales at 3,500 litres each, which equates to I think 18,000 litres in total, I'm going to take just maybe 3 7,500 litre square bales. So actually we're going to give him a little bit more back than we borrowed, because again, don't want to give him any reason to suggest that we're shirking our responsibilities. But we'll drop these off, and then we'll see whatever's left in the field. I think we'll just gather it up and sell it. Like I said, it would have been nice to have silage bales for the rest of them, but I didn't know how much hay I would need for these bales, so I thought I'd do the whole field. Of course, this will grow back, and we can do silage bales next time. Right, when I started this, I did say I was going to just do the bales we needed to take back to Charles, but actually, the speed we were going, we got into a bit of a rhythm, we just thought we'd keep going. I mean, there's not that many bales here. They are big bales, but there aren't that many of them here, so it seemed sensible to just keep going. So, there we go, end of this row, and we are done. Going to jump straight into the Massey. I think we'll use the rear loader and we'll swap the round one on the front for the other square one. Take a couple of bales on the back and one on the front, and we'll take the 3 bales we owe back to Charlie boy. There we go, round one dropped. Square one collected. Right, let's go and get those bales. Right, switch to the rear one. Try and get lined up a little bit better. There we go, one. Might as well just reverse up. I think there's another one just here. There is indeed. There we go. Just grab a bale on the way out. Let's grab this one here. And we are going to head off to see Charles. We will see you there. Right, here we are. Back at home farm. I didn't think it'd be back here as quickly as this, but we are. And we're doing the right thing here. We are making sure that we pay our debts. Who knows, it might even make Charles change his mind. But, the Charles-mobile is there. Well, I suppose we better deliver his bales back to him, hadn't we? Let's just deliver them about here. That looks good, doesn't it? And let's open the other gate and deliver the other one just a little bit closer to the house. Call me childish, but this is quite satisfying. Imagine the look on his face. There we go, he won't be expecting this, will he? Tell you, Charles. Sometimes you gotta watch who you're messing with. There we go. Looks about right there. There you go. Just annoyingly close enough and awkward enough. That's going to make it a pain for him to get out. Anyway, there we go. Debt paid. You can't get angry with us. We brought his bales back. Right. Let's go home. What a beautiful evening. Let's just avoid wrecking his gate. That would not go down well, would it? That would backfire. In fact, we'll even do the courtesy of closing it. Thank you, Charles. Enjoy the bales. There we go. What a lovely evening. So, from me for now, a very childish FSG. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again very soon. Pretty sure we're going to get an awkward phone call in the not too distant future. Take care. Bye for now.